is New York Fashion Week. We are in the height of it. I turned down every show invite that I received. I have been doing Fashion Week since maybe 2005 or so. I went to school for fashion design. I was a textile designer. Found myself presenting myself in a manner that I was not sure that that is what I wanted to do. It is what I saw. It is truly a learning curve. When you start something new, you are always going to look at the people who did it before you. I was following an unofficial SOP. And bienvenue to I don't know, this is just going to be like a chatty try-on video. C'est moi, Jessie, your resident Francophile, and here on Cappuccinos and Consignment, I focus on lifestyle, travel, and finance. S'il vous plaît, take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow. Follow me over on Insta. I have a blog. TikTok, you are going to have to search pour moi, but it is working. So much so that like some brands have reached out to me on TikTok, which I think is so awesome. Considering they shadow banned me, and check out that video if you want more details. But as I me are coming through. You all are coming through, and I appreciate it so much. So let's take a sip and then let's just chat. So I have been in, I don't want to say a funk. I have just been in this space of processing. I guess that's the thing, just processing. It is now, this watch always does this when I need the time. Oh, it died. That's why. Yikes. It is 10:05. By this time, I typically have the vlog already edited and uploaded, and here I am recording. I truly did not plan to post today, but I decided to go ahead and not even push through, because there are times when you should not push through. I know we have this hustle culture mindset that you always have to be on, you always have to be producing, no matter what you are feeling. You have got to show up. No. Listen to yourself, listen to your mind, listen to your body. If you need to take a time out, that is fine, and you do not have to justify it. That is a place that I am working on really getting into and owning. You do not have to say why you need a mental health break. Unless you're telling your supervisor or requesting leave, then in that case, don't go telling people. Jessie told you that you don't have to explain yourself, okay? Apply this where it can be applied. It is okay to take time off. It is okay to breathe. And yeah, I did that these last few days. I really have not been active on Insta or TikTok. Today was the first day, and I'd say about 3 days or so, that I even posted my espresso preparation video. That is my second caffeinated beverage, which that's really good. It's a chai. I haven't posted, and there's no reason why. I just simply did not want to, and that is okay. It's okay to do that, and it's needed at times. I have been so in my head, like there are a lot of moving parts, things that are happening behind the scenes, things that I am considering doing, things that I want to figure out. And that is one of the hard parts about being online, especially depending on how you started online. People expect you to have it together. People expect you to have all of the answers. People expect expectations. It's okay not to have the answers. It's okay to have to pause. It's okay to pivot. It is okay to do whatever it is that you want to do, and be okay with that. I have learned throughout life, and especially here online, that people try to put you in a box. And as I try on these few pieces, it was confirmed. I am going to link everything that I try on below. S'il vous plaît, if you purchase anything that I am showing, use my link. I appreciate it so much. It means the absolute world to me. Recently, I'm saying a lot of shopping, but it really hasn't been that much shopping. I've only purchased maybe 3 or 4 things. That's not a lot, especially considering the space that I have been boxed in. 4 items in a month, That's not that much in the grander scheme of things, considering for the most part, people have packages being delivered every single day to their home. That's not me. And I started sharing because mes amis always want to know where I purchase things. When I started sharing what I purchased, I started getting messages along the lines of, oh, that's really expensive. You said that you don't buy expensive things. Who said that? Who said that? I mean, truly, I'm at LV, à Paris, more than I am at any thrift store. Do I love thrifting? Absolutely. Do I practice sustainable shopping? Absolutely. But I never said that that is the only thing that I do. I see that so often, how that affects, and this supersedes being online, but just everyone in their real lives. A few vlogs ago, I shared how it's okay to start over. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be scared. It is okay to be all of those things. And I feel that messages like the ones I received is what stops so many of us from doing what we really want to do, because other people have put us in a category. When people tell me that I am their favorite mom blogger, don't do that. I am not a mom vlogger. I mean, truly, like, my kids are just kind of in the way. Like, I'm not blogging or vlogging or sharing parenting tips, any of those things. So it is truly, I guess, just human nature for people to try to put you where they think you belong. It is not your responsibility to fit into those boxes. It is not your responsibility to convince people that you do not belong in those boxes. Continue to do whatever it is that makes you happy. I cannot express that enough. Once you actually, I'm going to try on the jacket first because I have to take off the dress for this. Once you get to a place where you are comfortable with being uncomfortable, where you are okay with letting people think whatever it is they think about you, you truly reach a higher level of peace. And I'm not totally there. I, dibble dabble back and forth. Would be a lie to say that other people's opinions do not matter about you. We are social people by nature. We are community-based people by nature. That's human. That's life. But it's how we let those thoughts, those projections, all of those things affect us. So take time to do the work. And it's not always easy. It's not always pretty. And that's okay, because every day that we wake up, we have the opportunity to make a decision. Good, bad, or indifferent, we have that option. So the choice is yours, with all of that being said. This jacket, oh, I love me a good trench. And everything's linked. I love me a good trench. I cannot get enough of trenches. I mean, they are such a staple, I think, in almost every wardrobe. Irrespective of how you dress, a trench is always a classic piece. And I have so many vintage trenches that double as winter coats. That's one of the perks of getting I can't even speak. That's one of the perks of getting vintage trenches. So many of those coats had lining. So I have trenches. Why can't I say this? I have trench coats from, I'd say, about the 70s, where there were wool linings inside, and they were meant to be all weather coats. You could take out the lining in the spring, and then the winter you put the lining back in to make it warm. So that's one of the things I really miss. Like, I'm telling you, vintage construction is just unmatched. So this beauty, I always love adding a wild card. I love having my classic pieces for the most part. I'd say my style is pretty classic, but having those funky, just boom pops are absolutely amazing. This is Coach, and it was I guess relatively pricey. Again, that's very subjective depending on how much you tend to spend. I'm taking off my flip-flops so I can flip the camera. I think that's subjective as to how much you typically spend on trenches if you implement the cost per wear and just your budget. So with that, the message is, oh, you're posting stuff that's too expensive. It's not mandatory for you to buy any of the things that I have shared. I am simply sharing my purchases. You do not have to make the purchase to be a madame. You don't have to do anything. I'm just showing what I have purchased. That's all. I come in peace. And I mean, read the room, for crying out loud. Like I don't know, that caught me so off guard. This be you. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. This be you. Okay, let me flip the camera. I don't know, my camera just like automatically zoomed. Ooh, it's a bit aggressive. How gorge is this? You all know the art history major in moi screamed when I saw this. And not only is it art, graffiti is my thing. Like, I wrote my senior paper in art school on graffiti. And this just did not disappoint. Absolutely stunning. It's not too thick. I will say that if you do purchase, it's not going to keep you warm. It's not a really, really thick coat. You would certainly have to layer, but c'est la vie. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me flip the camera again. Back to the boxes. I am going to insert the video for this because I did try this on in the store and it's just so stunning. It is such a happy dress. The issue arises when you allow yourself to be boxed in. And that's the space where I can admit I found myself. I started content creating, I'd say relatively late, which even saying that, I don't believe in you doing anything late. You did things on your time when it was best for you. But starting in the industry pretty late, relatively speaking, I found myself presenting myself in a manner that I was not sure that that is what I wanted to do. It is what I saw. And that's just the learning curve. It is truly a learning curve. When you start something new, you are always going to look at the people who did it before you. Just as an example, no matter what you do, look at protocols. Even when you start a job, there are SOPs, standard operation procedures. What does SOP stand for? For SOPs, whenever you start a job, this is how we do things here. So I was following an unofficial SOP. Now that I am in this space, I feel that I have done a very great job creating my space. I've discovered that that's not what I want to do. I don't want to follow the SOP. And I have straddled the fence and we're just going to refer to it as the SOP. I have been straddling that fence of the SOP as, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, but I kind of do it. I feel like I have to. I feel like, it's like a game of double dutch. That's what it is. That is the perfect analogy. When you are playing double dutch, if you have ever playing double dutch, okay, do I go? This is what I think I want to do. This is what people suggest I do. This is what I'm seeing everyone else doing. This is, it gets to a space where you find yourself questioning, what am I doing this for? Who am I showing up for? What am I doing? Truly. And I have been feeling that for quite some time. But these past, I'd say 3 weeks or so, it has been so intense to the point where I just really pulled back. And 3 or 4 days may not sound like a lot for most people, but in the world of social media and online, so much can happen in 3 days. Like, that's a universe, that's a lifetime. And taking that time off, I have done a lot of blogging. Over the weekend, I spent a lot of time drafting blogs. That's how I started with content creating, blogging. I found myself leaning back to that because that was my place of comfort. That's what used to make me happy. Blogging, writing, sharing my experiences, just that kind of stillness. Blogging is totally different from any other form of content creating. One, you're not on camera. Two, you have to have a way with words to be so engaging to make people want to read. We don't live in a very active reading society. I mean, for the most part, people don't stick around to watch an entire movie without multitasking. What did I do with the hanger? I've just been peeling back the layers, and it was so necessary. It was so necessary to do that, even with regards to Fashion Week. It is New York Fashion Week. We are in the height of it. I turned down every show invite that I received, and that is huge. Huge. Like, we're not in the content creating industry. It is, I don't even want to say, like, people will claw your eyes out to get an invite to a show, any show. It doesn't matter if it aligns with their brand, with their aesthetics, with anything. People want to be at these shows. And I was one of those people. I used to be one of those people when I first started content creating, because that's what everyone else was doing. Will I still attend fashion weeks? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was doing that before I was a content creator. And that's something I would be remiss if I did not say. I have been doing fashion week since maybe 2005 or so. I went to school for fashion design. I was a textile designer. I was an assistant buyer. I was a buyer. I was a showroom merchandiser. I was a showroom manager. Like, I have been in every aspect of the fashion industry, and I have worked for so many fashion weeks in Milan. So being in this space, it's a different experience with Fashion Week. I knew that me showing up as quote unquote talent, what I am working on, what I am doing, that just, it doesn't align right now. And that's okay. That is okay. Is it easy to be okay with that? No, because we again are so connected. And when you let the people who have boxed you in make you question what it is that you're doing, that's when it becomes difficult. Because I have gotten so many messages. Why aren't you at Fashion Week? I can't wait to see the Fashion Week looks. Are you releasing a Fashion Week vlog? And again, those expectations that you didn't ask for, those expectations. So canceling out the noise, and when I say noise, it's not the messages, it is just canceling out the noise and listening to myself. That has been, it's been work. It has been so much work. And I tell you that I know it is going to be worth it. I know wholeheartedly that a lot of the decisions that I have been making as of late, it's going to be fabulous. I know this. You, honey. The vocals. We're almost back. We're almost back. I saw this dress and fell in love. This is where I say, do not let a size determine if you buy something or not. Please do not. Before having my 2-year-old, I was a size 2. I got back to a size 4 after having her. But after losing my mare, grief, eating, depression, just all of those things, I put on weight. So I am about a size 6 or so. And before the people start with the, oh my God, you'll never know what it feels like to be overweight, I never said that I was overweight. That was one of the reasons why I stopped sharing my weight loss journey, because I got so many mean messages about that. I got so many mean messages. Here we go, back to the box. People trying to put you in a box. Just because by definition, clinically, I'm not overweight does not mean that I'm not comfortable with the weight that I am. I know beaucoup plus size women who are so comfortable with their weight, so much so that they get offended when people put them in a box, assuming that they want to lose weight. Just a weird world we're living in. So I stopped sharing my weight loss journey because I got those messages saying that I'll never understand what it's like to be obese. I'll never understand this. I'll never understand that. I never said that I did. I never said that I was overweight. I never said any of those things. projecting. Back to the sizes. If I had let vanity metrics with regards to sizing stop me, I would have never purchased this dress. This dress is a size 12. A size 12, and I am going to insert the video as I am trying it on. It is a size 12. That did not stop me from trying it on. And mes amis, do not let that stop you. I know how mentally that can be difficult if you are in the process of losing weight and you feel that you are a size 8, but you have to try on a 14 size dress. Psychologically, it makes you feel that all the work that you have done has been to no avail. That is not the case. One, nothing in the US is a standard size. Every single designer has their own sizing. In some brands, I'm a 0. In some brands, I'm a 12. Also depends how you want your clothing to look. I prefer to have my pieces oversized. I'm not really into tight clothes. So everything that I buy for the most part is large because that's my comfort zone. So don't let sizing stop you from buying a piece that you will love. If you need to have it tailored, do that. If it bothers you that much, once you make the purchase, cut the tag out, cut the number out. After a while, you will forget what size it was. I had to make sure I was recording. My viewfinder is broke and I have recorded entire heartfelt crying vlogs and it wasn't recording. So yeah, this is a size 12 and I am not mad at it. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I audibly gasped when I tried on this dress. Pockets. Not that I ever use them, but there's something so just safe about having pockets. Oh my goodness, I just have a thing for black and white stripes. That is my go-to. Everywhere that I've lived, like on my own, I have always had black and white stripes in my bedroom. My house, before the husband and I got married, my bedroom was black and white stripes. He actually painted them. And yeah, like that is my thing. I love black and white stripes. So when I saw this dress, trying to look at you all, but can't stop looking at myself. When I saw this, it made me so happy. And it's so Jessie. Like, tell me this is not a Jessie dress and you'll see it in its entirety. Oh my goodness. It was a bit of a splurge. This dress was over $300, but again, that's relative. If it is something that you know you are going to wear, and you all know that I wear my pieces, I get my money's worth because I am not afraid to rewear the things that I have. And because I do rewear my pieces so often, I have to invest in nicer quality, higher end pieces because anything really fast fashion would not last the way that I put things to work. So are all of my dresses, are all of my clothes designer in a sense? For the most part, yes, but not big designers that we are familiar with. A lot of the clothes and a lot of the dresses that I have are smaller contemporary designers, but they are a bit pricey. So those messages, when I started sharing some of the things, and that's something that I hadn't been able to do because a lot of the things that I do wear, I have had for years. So there is no link to a lot of the things that I wear. But when I make purchases in real time, I always share them. I love this. More than likely, I will not wear the belt. But how about this together? Look at this together. Look at this together. Just my style tip for purchases: splurge on what you know you love, and you won't regret it. You will not regret it. I don't regret this. Let me flip the camera so you all can see. I am not mad at it. I am not mad at it. This is definitely a pairing I would do in the spring. Well, I'd still wear this in the winter. This is so stunning. And look at the details on the sleeves. Again, I will link everything. Really, really love this. And the length. The length is what sold me. So pretty. Okay, let me know what you all think about this. S'il te plaît. This is gorge. Okay, let me change back into my jean dress. I really did not want to take that dress off. That's how I know I love it, when I want to wear it immediately. Oh yeah. Truly, let me know what you all think about the pieces I tried on. And I wanted to do like a proper styling video, but the other piece that I purchased, and I shared it here as a short. I told you, well, actually I didn't tell you all. I shared that jacket on Insta, and I'll insert it here. I shared that jacket on Insta, and I told mes amis, do not think, buy this jacket immediately. It was on sale. It was about 30% off with an additional 10%. A few people purchased it, but then Janet Jackson wore a jacket similar. I'm sure hers was more than $80, but she wore a jacket that was very, very similar, and about 50 mes amis messaged me like, oh my God, you called it. Janet Jackson is watching your page and this and this. And there's that limited mindset. And maybe we should do a vlog about that, because I've been experiencing that limited beliefs lately. And that's so bizarre. The limited mindset in moi said to the husband, yeah, right. Janet Jackson is not looking at my page. He said, but her stylist may be, her wardrobe person may be. And I'm like, okay, yes, husband, because he typically does not have an encouraging word. He is not that guy. But that really made me so happy. So, merci. Just tag me or hire me, Janet. Cut the middleman out. I'm going to just throw that out there. With that, I wanted to show you all the jacket. I sent that one back. Well, actually, I physically returned it to the store because I wanted a larger size. Again, size, I don't let the number or letter prevent me from wearing pieces that fit the way I want to, because that doesn't matter to me. And I've had this conversation with them as I meet before. Well, it's easy for you not to care about the sizing because you're small. I don't think it's about size per se. It is about confidence in what you are wearing. When you feel confident in what you are wearing, your size doesn't matter. It is about confidence. And I feel confident in the way that I like to dress. So the jacket I purchased that I sent or took back, it was, I can't even remember what size, whatever size it was, I wanted it larger because I want to have that flexibility. And especially with outerwear, you want to have a little wiggle room. Pour moi. I like to have a little wiggle room because, as you can see, I love oversized pieces. But then if you want to layer, I'm all about layering. You need space. You need room. You need. So I'm going to end this video here, and I am really glad that I decided to get online because it is a muscle. It is a muscle that you have to exercise. And I feel that had I skipped today, that could have quickly led to me not posting Thursday, me not doing, who knows where it would have gone. And it doesn't matter because I decided to record and post it. I didn't push through. I made a decision to show up. So I hope you all do too. Merci beaucoup for your love, your continued support. And I just appreciate you all more than you know. So go figure things out or not. Ciao for now.